Actually, so if I can weigh in, I hate to do this and make it totally less my ill preparation mess up the game, but I'm not ready for you to go see the orcs.
Oh,
The
Good.
yeah
it's an
the
adventure on rails.
Welcome everybody, Labyrinth Lifers, season 3, episode 6.
Mhm.
Dirk's been out of town this week, so he let me go back to back with the Lost Mines of Delver. Appreciate that. Although hopefully he might be popping in later on tonight. We'll see. This Games, Comics, and Culture production brought to you by and yeah, this is our Dungeons and Dragons real play, let's play, whatever you'd want to call something like this.
Our virtual tabletop.
Virtual table, yeah, here you go. So, usually last week I talked a lot about things that happened in combat and rules and all that stuff, and going back and listening to last week's show, it went pretty smooth, so I don't really have any corrections around rules, things like that. We've been doing spotlights with the characters before each one, so we're going to go with Stallionette this time. Corey, Stallionette, half-elf, ranger, right? Yeah. Some history that we learned in last episode show, so I don't like you guys to share your full backstory when we do these spotlights, but clearly you had a little something going on that maybe you want to elaborate on there.
Poogie?
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, Stallionette, and she's a half elf. Dad was elf. He was Elf Ranger. He taught her everything he knew. Mom was human. Basically, we grew up in the woods in the. I think what was.
Yeah, you don't have to go too crazy. Like I say, you don't have to share your full background.
Right.
I was just talking about last episode. Something kind of went down for you.
Right. Yeah, Agatha showed up. Who she had, she killed Poogie, who was my companion for a long time. Raised him since birth, best friend. We made
also
Poogie
a pig.
Also a pig. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a pig. I traveled all over the country with me. Agatha killed him. It's actually the reason why Stallionette came to the Sword Coast.
Looking for her?
Looking for Agatha.
Right.
And ran into Gundren at the tavern or whatever.
And then you found her and managed not to just go psycho trying to take her out. You actually heard out Milby and...
Right, yeah, I mean, Stallionette's not like too crazy. She's pretty calm overall.
Even keel?
Agatha is definitely going to die, but we need to get that information out of her first. I mean, if it takes too long and she gives us any more shit, then I might just have to take her out. But yeah, just keep it a calm for now.
And then I know you are also new to Dungeons and Dragons, like myself and Josh. What are your thoughts around what's a half elf and then what's a ranger, right? Like for me, half elf, I know, okay, elf and human parents.
Right.
And I know with rangers, Aragorn.
Yeah.
What I know of rangers, right? Like, so what are your thoughts about those?
Right. Yeah, I mean, half elf, half human. Feel like, kind of accepted by everybody, but kind of not accepted by anybody. It's like not fully accepted by the humans, not fully accepted by the elves, but both of them are kind of cool with her. But she gets along with people easily. As a ranger, Ranger, I mean, she just, a stealthy hunter, basically. Grew up in the forest. She's mainly archer. But she's traveled a lot. She doesn't mind staying in an inn or likes going into a tavern. Prefers to camp if possible. Likes being outdoors, likes the woods.
Sure.
Most comfortable in the woods, but if there's a tavern and that's where we're staying, she's not going to be against it or uncomfortable there.
But as opposed to a druid, you just like the woods because you like the woods. You don't have like a magical attachment to it or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that's all. That's what I've always thought about Rangers anyway. So just throwing it out there. How about Jeff, Pete? You guys got anything to add about? You guys have been playing D&D for years of your lives. Does that about sum it up?
It does. Yeah, Rangers are more akin to the forest, but not fully a druid in that respect.
Right. You could pick your favorite terrain, like forest or grasslands or wherever. I mean, it doesn't have to be a forest. There's you get a favorite terrain and as part of your character, and I picked the forest, but you can do grasslands or 4 different choices or something.
Yeah.
Like for me, Rangers are always, the solitary, usually want to work on their own, out in the, like Jeff was saying, attuned to nature more.
Sure.
Whether it's, forest or wherever, but generally take offense to anybody doing bad things to nature.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's part of one of my bonds. An injury to the unspoiled wilderness of my home is an injury to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
That's
nice. Nice. Cool. Okay, well, welcome, Stalionette.
Yeah, thanks.
So before we kind of jump into this other things, I also just wanted to talk with you guys a little bit. I want to, in particularly with Josh and Corey, who like me, I've learned so much actually reading these adventures as opposed to just kind of playing them. And I just want to throw out there, and I don't care what you guys do with this, but there's a lot of things written into this that would happen if you don't just kill everything, just throwing it out there. There's been a couple things with the goblins and with the red brands the last time where if you would have tried to interrogate one of these things, there would have been a lot of cool information for you there. So I just kind of throw that out there, and even and especially in this adventure, when I'm going through some of these things, I'm looking at some of these encounters, and they're gonna be really hard at level 2 and 3, even if you're trying to kill everything that's there. So I'm just gonna throw that out there to you guys. Do with it what you want, because I actually like some of the times where we're just fighting everything too, because I enjoy just the combat of D&D. So if that's the same with you guys, then cool. You can fight until you're on the brink of things and then run back and heal up and come back or whatever. But I just want to throw out there's a lot written into here if you don't kill everything.
But see, that's the nature of parties in D&D. When you first start out, you have the intentions that you're not going to kill everything, but generally the party resorts to being a bunch of murder hobos that just roam around and just slaughter everything. And it's just the nature of being an adventurer. It's like if word got out, towns would be like, nope, we don't want no adventurers here.
We only kill bad people.
That's true. That is true.
But it seems
slaughter. Slaughter would be a good way to describe it. All right. So that being said, we'll hop into it. I want to kind of sum up the history to what got us to where we're at. For the last mine of Findelver, I'll kind of summarize this more as we move forward and get further into the story, but our heroes were hired to take a load of mining provisions to the town of Phandalin by a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker. When they arrived, they found that Gundren and his companion, Sildar Hallwinter, were waylaid on the Triboar Trail on the way out there. The group attempted to rescue the dwarf from the Craigmaw Goblin hideout, but only found Sildar, and while facing a close call with death as they cleared the goblins from the cave. During the confrontation, the goblins' bugbear leader, Clarg, escaped. Sildar informed the group that he had learned that Gundren was abducted and taken to Craigmaw Castle, a fortification that he was not able to learn the location of. He also gave the group some more details about Gundren's reason to be in Phandalin. Gundren and his brothers, Thardan and Nundro, had found the location of Wave Echo Cave, an ancient mine with a magic forge, which, if located and reopened, could turn Phandalin from a sleepy outpost town into a thriving city as it was years ago. The group returned to Phandalin, where they rested up and leveled up. The next day, they met Quilleen Alderleaf and her son Carp. They almost went to the manor to confront the Red Brands until they thought better of it. The group instead spoke with Sister Garael, who convinced them to help her get some information from a banshee in the area named Agatha, who we learned had some history with Stallionette. Agatha told Milby that she would help him if he brought her the glass staff from a mage in the region. And then the group was confronted by a group of Red Brands on their arrival back in town late that night. Our adventurers killed all 4 of them and then retired to the tavern. Just as a couple reminders, some quest hooks that have been thrown out there at this point. Tolbin runs the tavern. His son Pip told the crew that his friend Carp found a secret tunnel in the woods, but was chased off by the Red Brands. Carp showed the group where the cave was located at the base of the hill underneath Tresendar Manor. Sister Garael asked them to try and get some information that an organization that she seems to work for wants from Agatha. She told them to try flattery and gave them a jeweled comb to present to her to try and gain her favor. Garael asked them to persuade the creature to tell what she knows about the location of a spell book belonging to a legendary mage named Bowgentle. A miner stated that orcs had been spotted to the east on the Tribor Trail and that the townsmaster is offering a reward to deal with them. The group has since spoken to the townsmaster and learned that the reward for doing so is 100 gold pieces. He also informed the crew that travelers have reported troubles with the bands of orcs near Wyvern Tor. Finally, Tolburn's wife told the crew that a local woodcarver was murdered by local thugs, which are the Red Brands that we all know now, and his wife and child are missing since that event. So, before we totally start in, does anybody just want to share anything about their characters? Did you guys do anything new since the last time? I know we didn't really get to, that fight was only a round or two, so maybe you didn't even get to use the stuff that you got when you leveled up. Anybody just got anything, planning on doing anything that they haven't done before in combat or anything like that? All right.
Not yet, no.
Good enough.
I'm going to use a new spell once we rest.
Who does?
I'm going to use a different spell once we rest.
What is it going to be? Because you're waking up. This is starting in the morning at the end.
Hunter's Mark.
What's it do?
Oh.
Instead of Hail of Thorns. This Hail of Thorns hits everybody within 5 feet, and it's like the enemy's always next to one of the characters if they're attacking. So it's like I'm going to hit one of my party members anytime I would use it. So Hunter's Mark instead lasts an hour. It's a bonus action. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to a target that you hit with the weapon attack. Once it drops to 0, you can pick a different target.
Nice.
Nice.
For an hour?
Yeah.
So you use that at the beginning of an hour, and you just get extra 1d6 damage with any attack that you make.
Right.
Wow. I'm going to have to make this stuff harder. You guys are too beastie already, and it's level 2. I'm feeling Dirk's pain that he's been talking about all this time. I had to try to kill
Whatever,
you
we've been getting our asses kicked. Jeff almost got taken out by the Red Brands last time.
I know, but I just...
Death saving throws.
It's true. That is true.
Goblins.
You are right about that. You are right. I'll try not to kill you. I guess we'll see. I'm just letting it go, like the book says. All right, so Stallionette's waking up in the barn over at the Alderleaf Farm. The Carp actually comes and wakes her up in the morning with Quilleen had made a plate of eggs and potatoes. So you get some free breakfast there in the morning.
Nice, sticky card.
Yep. The rest of you, the other 3 of you, go downstairs in the tavern.
Do they have to pay to stay in the tavern?
Yes. So here's the deal. About that actually is like I'll let you guys know. Like the tavern, for example. Let's see here if I can find it quick enough. Player's Handbook 158.
So, I mean, I'd be comfortable in the tavern, too, but I figure the barn's free taverns now.
Yep. So, to stay at a modest inn, it's 5 silver per day. So, up to you. The rest of you guys that are staying there at this point, I think that first night was free.
Yeah.
The rest of you to kind of keep track of that. I'm going to let you guys care as much about keeping track of your money as you want to. No way am I bogging down what I'm doing with keeping track of everybody's money and all that stuff. But I'll tell you what things cost, and you know for yourselves whether you can afford it or not. Is my philosophy here. But yes, 5 silver a night. So you wake up in the barn. The other 3 of you come downstairs in the morning in the tavern, and Milby's there in the morning. He says, "Look, guys, I really like the bond that we formed, the group that we've got here. I just need a day to myself, though. A lot's been going on. I'm not used to this lifestyle. I'm gonna kind of take the day off if y'all don't mind." And then he goes back upstairs to his room.
That is so Milby.
So
that is so Milby.
So then, as the rest of you are kind of coming downstairs in the morning, Tolbin comes over, says good morning to everybody, and hands you a couple things. One is an envelope that says it's just addressed to Phandolin's new adventurers, and the other one is a note that's folded up with the Townmaster's seal on it. So who's going to take that from Tolbin?
I guess I'll take it.
What do you have to? Okay, yep, there you go. So Rogar reaches out, hands it to him.
All right. So I open up the note that doesn't have the seal first, which was from.
Right.
Who was
okay,
that from?
so it's a letter.
Okay.
And it says, when you open it up, it doesn't say who it's from. It's just addressed to Phandolin's new adventurers. And inside there's a letter that says, "Dear adventurers, as a member of the Order of the Gauntlet and a retired adventurer myself, I wanted to extend my gratitude for the interest that you've taken in our community the past few days. If you have the opportunity, it would be my pleasure to host you for breakfast this morning at my home on the orchard. Tolbin can give you the directions." And then it's signed by Duran Eldermath.
Ooh,
nice. Free breakfast.
Yep.
All right, I'll open up the sealed letter next. After I tell the party that we've been invited over to this person's house for free breakfast. And
Tolbin overhears that, and he says, "Oh, you guys weren't planning on eating breakfast here? I have to go tell my wife to stop."
Yes, please.
Okay, all right, hold on. And he runs away. And so the other note is a folded up piece of paper. It only says, when you open it up, "Report to the Townmaster's Hall immediately," followed by an indecipherable signature.
We're going to go have breakfast first.
Yeah, that's obviously what that means. Then.
It's always breakfast first before.
Yeah. All right, so Stallionette, are you going to meet up with these guys, or are you going to come back to the inn in the morning, or what do you?
Yeah. I was gonna stop by the shrine first to see if Sister Gorel's there.
Okay, so I would say, the shrine is kind of in the courtyard there, right in front of the inn. So yes, as you walk out, she is there, and she actually she sees you. She comes over to you and says, "Hey, good morning."
Good morning, sister.
Any news yet from this?
Yeah, we
mission?
We encountered Agatha. Milby actually talked to her.
Did he scare her away?
Yeah, he somehow forgot to show her the comb. But
okay.
But he had a little conversation with her. And apparently she's willing to help us out if we can bring her a staff of a wizard glass staff. Do you know anything about this wizard? Or
Staff? No, I'm sorry, I don't. Haven't
after
seen any
that,
wizards
she
in town here.
disappeared. So we did encounter her, but kind of at a standstill until we find this wizard. Apparently, you know anybody who knows about wizards around town, or
Nope, not that I would know of. Not that I would know of. The
deals with magic or something.
Mildy still got that comb.
Still has the comb, yeah.
Let him know I want that back if he doesn't hand it off to her.
All right. I'll let him know.
Okay, all right. Appreciate that.
No problem. We'll keep you updated.
Okay, I'll talk with my group, and we'll see. I'll see what I can find about wizards, but I have not heard tell of any stories of wizards around here that I lend any credence to in recent times.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll talk to you.
All right. So as you're wrapping that story up, I guess the rest of you probably come out the door from the Stonehill Inn there. And then you guys have the map to Fandolin. Everybody looking at that?
Yep.
Still there? So the Ettermath Orchard, you kind of take a right outside the Stonehill Inn and then a left on that first road as you kind of come into town. And it's a super long, it's actually on the outside almost of the ruins. And then you come up to the orchard.
So I meet up with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right outside of the inn.
What's up, guys?
What's up? We got a couple of letters this morning, and we're going to go and meet with this guy he says he's retired from the Order of the Gauntlet, but offered us free breakfast. And then we got another letter from the headmaster of the town that told us to report immediately to him, but we decided to go eat first, then go talk to old boy.
I already had breakfast in the barn.
Well, it's time for second breakfast.
I don't eat that much. Where's Melby?
He's got the HIV. I don't know. He's hurting.
HIV?
It's like the Ebola virus where everything's just coming out every which way, and he's not feeling good.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Well, it must have been something he didn't eat.
All right, so you guys are walking. When you go down that road,
I tell him I talked to the sister Girl.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I talked to the sister. She said she doesn't know about the wizard, so I told her we'd let her know.
All right.
All right.
All right. So if you're done gabbing, you're kind of on the outside of the town, going down that road, and then you come up to the orchard. Darren Ettermath, he's a retired adventurer who lives in a tidy little cottage besides an apple orchard. He's a fit, silver-haired half-elf who is well over 100 years old. He sees you guys coming up the trail and is like, "Welcome."
Good morning.
Oh.
I've heard so much about you. Come on over. I'm so glad that you've accepted my invitation to breakfast. Come over to my picnic table here. And he's got, so outside his house, he's got a picnic table set up. And it's like, for you guys, compared to what you're used to eating, like in food and like road stuff, this is like a royal feast. Like, there's meat and fruit and vegetables kind of laid out across the table there.
Anything odd about? I mean,
yeah.
Beyond is just that whole welcoming thing. Like,
Yeah.
but just looking around, anything else look odd about the whole situation?
To be honest, nope. This seems like a nice guy. He's offering a super great spread. He's got set out for you there. So he kind of. I assume you guys go over to the table for breakfast with him?
Warily.
Okay.
Cautiously.
All right.
I say I already ate. I'll have coffee, though, if you have it.
That I do. And he goes into the cabin, and he comes out with a pot of coffee, he pours you a glass. And anyone else?
Thank you.
Okay.
Well,
I'd
good.
like some coffee as well. So.
Oh, here you are. He hands it over to you there too. So, Darren Edermath, he's an old guy, used to be an adventurer. He's gotten out of the business at this point and kind of basically retired to his little orchard. He wants to sit you down and just kind of let you guys know what's going on. So he's kind of explaining himself. Don't mean to be brash. Don't mean to kind of stick my nose where it doesn't belong. However, I know a few things about the area that I think most locals would not be privy to. And after hearing of your good deeds, thought I'd like to share some information with you.
Which good deeds did you hear about us?
Well, I'm a good friend with Sildar and had many conversations with him about what went down in the Craigmaw hideout out there on the trail. I can't tell you what kind of a help that will be to open up the trail as a constant path to Neverwinter.
Anything else?
No problem.
Then, well, yes, if you ask, spoke to the sister as well, and I know that you're trying to help her. And good people and good deeds beget good deeds. So I figured I would do what I can to help you.
Sweet.
Right.
So it's time, I'm sure even after a few days, it's plain to you to see the situation with the red brands.
Yeah.
We run
In this
across
town.
one or two.
Yeah, we killed a few last night, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Killed
They attacked us as we were coming back into town.
Any repercussions from that?
Well, probably.
Probably.
We'll see.
Somebody about that.
It only
Yeah.
happened like 7 hours ago, so.
Well, I, for one, am happy to hear it. The red brands, it's time that someone takes a stand against them. And judging from what I've learned of you, I think that you're just the people to do it. The red brand, I know on good authority that they are led by a wizard named Glassstaff. That they live in, you can find them throughout town, and they certainly are always drinking at the Sleeping Giant. However, their base is under Tresendar Manor. This I know for certain. And the wizard is there day and night making devious schemes. You name it. Human trafficking. I guess all race trafficking.
Slave
Always
trader.
trafficking.
Slave trader.
Yep, anything that you could think of that might make them some coin, they're going to be doing. So they're under. In addition, just if I'm right about you in the type of help that you are giving to this town, I also wanted to let you know I am friends with a good amount of prospectors and miners in this area.
Okay.
I've heard many tales that in the hills northeast of Phandalin, someone has been digging around in the ruins of the old Owl Well. More disturbingly, several prospectors have reported being chased from the area by the undead. If you could by any chance visit those ruins and find out what they're up to, I would be very much help the city of Phandalin.
All right.
All right.
Other than that, enjoy your breakfast.
Have
Thank
you
you
ever-
for coming by.
Have you heard of Agatha?
Oh, yes. I thought that was implied when I spoke with Sister Garael.
Do you know anything about her?
Just what the tales tell. Banshees, always screaming.
Tell me about the scream. What is so notable about the scream?
In my time as an adventurer, I've run across many banshees. The screams could do different things. Agatha's scream, from what I understand, it has the power to freeze time. I have not seen it. I don't know if these are tales of children, but this is what the rumors state about Agatha.
How have you combated and protected yourself against Banshee's screams in the past in your adventures?
Magic.
Magic?
Yes.
Okay.
I myself
Magic.
I myself was a fighter. I really don't know the details of these ways, but as you know, as adventurers, you don't adventure alone.
That is true.
Anytime I was battling a banshee, a sword wasn't going to get the job done.
You heard anything or seen any green dragons roam through here around these parts?
Green dragons. I do have friends. In particular, a druid that is quite famous around this area. If you and spend any amount of time here, you'll hear tell of him. And he has told me a tale or two of a dragon.
Okay. You know where your druid friend might be right now?
I do not, but the next time he comes through town, I will be sure to let him know that you're looking for him.
Okay.
So, you have any idea how many red brands we're dealing with here? How many could possibly be in their hideout? What we'd be looking at facing if we were to take them on?
They are growing all the time. I fear that this plot is more sinister than I originally thought. Whatever is happening here, there are bigger hands at play than some thugs, a gang in town. As far as numbers, between most of the members of this group live throughout the town. The hideout, I believe, would, it's not for housing, so to speak.
Okay.
But yep.
What can you tell us about orcs in the area?
The orcs in the area. Let's see here. I don't think. I believe the townsmaster has been asking about, solving something with orcs. I don't know the details of that one. Me and the townsmaster, let's just say I try to spend as little time with him as possible.
How's that?
My mother taught me if I wasn't going to say anything kind, to not say anything at all.
Well, then say it as a negative. So
Yeah, I mean, we're...
The towns. This town, we are in an upstart situation. There is not real law and order in an official sense. The town master, he just keeps documents. He's not fit to be a leader.
Okay. So he's not a bad guy. He's just not a great leader.
Lazy would be my interpretation.
Let's see.
Would you be
gotcha.
looking for the job?
No.
No?
I want nothing more than to host
Because we
friends.
can take care of that for you.
Nope. I'm quite happy with just tending to the trees in my orchard.
Okay, that's
All right.
commendable. All right.
All right. Well, enjoy your breakfast, everyone.
We will, and
Thank
we
you.
appreciate all the information.
hospitality.
Yeah, I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're all
Nice to
very-
meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Information is very valuable to us.
So,
All right. What?
Just,
We're gonna eat.
if you bring that up, that as you bring up that you place a lot of value on info, and just thinking through everything that I just discussed, The old owl well. I just wanted to throw out that the ruins are an old watchtower of an ancient magical empire known as Netheriel. I'm just worried that dangerous magic might be dormant there.
Sweet. Let's go get some dangerous magic. That dangerous magic.
Oh, you crack me up, Horace. And then he takes another drink of this orange juice.
Orange juice.
All right.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
It's Darren.
Finish up our food and
Get him mostly.
take our leave, and I guess go talk to the town master or headmaster guy.
Okay. So let me roll. As you walk back over there. Okay, so you walk back over, stroll through the town, make your way over to the townsmaster's hall. You get there. As you open the door, he's like, Sildar's sitting at his desk working on something, and the townsmaster's like pacing back and forth rapidly. And he looks over and he's like, "Good morning. Where have you been?"
We didn't tell you?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Oh, goodness gracious, goodness gracious. It's come to my attention that there was murders last night on the north end of town.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
knowing what I know of your group, I assume you're involved.
Why would you ever assume such a thing?
We didn't have these problems before you all came into town.
Well, I beg to differ.
How do you know they just didn't, like, kill themselves?
Hmm.
Like a mugging, suicide, murder situation.
Or
Now you're playing with me.
they're
We
drunk.
were attacked.
What are you
Just
saying?
defended
Nowhere
ourselves.
near there.
Sildar looks up and he's like, "What is going on here? What is he talking about?"
Nothing, and I kick him. Like,
Kick
hey,
him.
He goes, "Ah, Sildar, what is this?" And Sildar looks at you. He's like, "Horrence, come on, we're friends now, but let's not push it here."
We ran into some red brands last night. They tried to attack us as we were coming back into town. We had to take care of them.
Well,
All right, so Sildar looks over at the townsmaster and he's like, "Townsmaster, you must be joking. We're surely going to take this group's word over these ruffians that you are trying to defend." And the townsmaster's like, "They're not ruffians. They're just a mercenaries guild. They're really no trouble around here."
well, they asked for trouble when they attacked us coming back into town, so...
I still have no idea what these guys are talking about.
Please, all that I ask, this cannot happen in the middle of the street. We're trying to build something here, not destroy it.
What do you expect us to do when we're attacked? Not defend ourselves?
Should we just get rid of the bodies next time, is what you're saying?
Move. No, this is not what I'm saying. I just don't want all this conflict. Everyone needs to be on their best behavior. That's all I'm asking of.
Like I said, we were attacked, though. What do you expect us to do?
Move. I just refuse to believe that they would have murdered you all. And it sounds like that's what you did to them.
They struck first.
Well, next time it happens, we will ask them to kindly lay down their weapons and let us pass, because you don't want any violence in this town.
Yeah, we'll see how
And-
long it
Okay.
takes.
I can take that.
If it doesn't work, you'll find them pinned to your front door the next morning with my blade.
No. This is just what I'm talking about. Sildar's like, calm down. He's like, "Listen, adventurers, I know that you can handle this situation. This is the sort of thing. We need to stop this menace that these thugs are bringing to this town. And we have jail cells here in the basement. Let's get some people jailed away. We'll transport them to Neverwinter to face judgment."
Well,
We'll
they can still make a
consider it.
Neverwinter missing a couple of fingers and arms. So it'll be good. If
Rodar, you may do things a little bit different where you come from.
I'm here
Around
for
here,
justice.
and my reason for coming to this part of the town is to create stability to help the people of this town.
Well, we'll create stability once we get rid of the red brands and restore law and order, which is why I'm here.
Law and order, that we can agree on. I think maybe you and I need to have some drinks some night and discuss the means on how best to get there.
A few people dying is not that big of a deal when it comes to restoring law and order to the wildness of the frontier.
Well, at this point, you have my trust. I'll keep the townsmaster calm down. You all please take care of this menace.
We got this. We got this.
Is that all we were called here for?
Is that all we were called here for?
By the way, the townsmaster's like, yes, go on about your business.
Well, I'm glad I had breakfast before I came here.
Sildar kind of pulls you guys aside and like, any word on Alarno yet?
No.
No? Okay. Keep your ears open, please. I'm still trying to figure out what happened to him.
Will do.
Okay. As a reminder, the last that I heard was that he disappeared near the Tresendar Manor. I have found no clues or anything around there that would tell me that that's where he's at.
Well,
yeah. Well, he's probably been
captured by the people that you want us to bring to jail.
Yeah.
Well, let me know. Like I say, any news would be appreciated.
All right.
Well,
when we are going to make it over there, do you want us to bring the townsmaster with us so that he can ensure that we don't kill too many people?
I don't think that would be a good idea.
What if he didn't come back? It's not my fault.
Now, enough joking. The townsmaster's like over and like he just is shaking his head and muttering at himself. Paperwork now.
All right. We'll let you know.
All right. Where to?
What do we want to tackle first?
Well,
We're going to start working on these missing people.
All seem to focus on the manor and what's under it.
Yeah.
But
I think it's time to go under the manor.
Yeah.
We're down our thief.
What else can we do?
I'd say we look for the missing husband and wife.
Go
With
get
the
some
orcs?
dark
You
magic.
want to go check up the orcs that ran off the miners?
I think that would be
Easier than the red brands?
well trying to go into a red brand
Stronghold.
headquarters and
What if there's traps?
right.
Actually, so if I could weigh in, I hate to do this and make it totally less my ill preparation mess up the game, but I'm not ready for you to go see the orcs.
Oh.
It's
an adventure on rails.
To some degree.
Little dark magic.
Sorry. Yeah,
Well, we could always.
so the Agatha stuff's open, the Old Owl Well stuff, and then the manor are like the things that I'm
Let's go to the well.
prepared to do.
Let's go to the well.
Magic.
To the well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys are headed straight there?
Yeah. I don't see.
Well. So off the Tribord Trail there again. I would assume that Duran showed you on your map where it is. Everybody knows where Old Owl Well is. It's pretty well known. It's funny. Every time you guys hit the trail, I roll to see if you have some kind of encounter on the trail, and you've never had one yet after the beginning of the adventure. It's like the fourth time or something.
Pretty
So-
safe trail.
Yeah. So you guys head east out the Tribord Trail as you did before. You go through Connieberry, and then which is the ruined city where the path to Agatha's place was.
Yep.
You go about another hour, and the first path off to your right leads into kind of the super hilly terrain that it almost feels like it's the foothills of the Sword Mountains, but it's not. It's just a hilly area kind of before you get to the foothills. Let's see here. So as far as Old Owl Well goes, built thousands of years ago by a long vanished empire, Old Owl Well is a ruined watchtower that now consists of little more than a few crumbling walls in the broken stump of a tower. In the tower's courtyard stands an old well that still delivers fresh, clean water. So you're walking through the hills. You haven't gotten there yet. You come over one crest, and then as you crest a low ridge, you spy the crumbling ruins of an old watchtower standing amid rugged hills. The place is so old that the walls are only mounds of rubble enclosing a courtyard of sorts, adjacent to the broken stump of an old tower. A colorful tent has been set up in the middle of the courtyard, but nobody is in sight. So you're looking at, as you kind of come over the crest, you can see it down between two hills, is it's this ruined area, like almost like it was a square wall at some point that had a tower in the back of it. And then it's just the rumbled remnants of those and there's a nice big colorful tent set up in the courtyard. You can see the well. The well looks like it's been kept up since the rest of the place hasn't, because it still works, right? So people are using it. And yeah, that's the situation there. I would say that everyone but Horns, because of his terrible passive perception, as you guys kind of come over the hill, you smell a deathly odor.
Okay.
You can tell, like, as you're starting to get close to the place, it's like, oh, that smells rotten.
Walking in there, I have allergies or something,
Yep, exactly. So what do we want to do about this?
Well, I'm going to use Divine Sense to sense either the presence of evil or if there's good in the area.
Is that like you can sense a type of magic also, or?
It allows me to detect forces. I know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet. That's not behind total cover. I know the type of the presence, but not the identity.
What if it is behind total cover? You don't know it?
I don't know it.
At all? Interesting.
I can also detect the presence of any place or object that has been consecrated or desecrated, as with a hallow spell.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw out there that the place feels evil in a necrotic magic kind of way. I think that's what you're kind of pulling from it. Everybody else smells rottenness. Yeah, and that's, are you say that it detects that within 60 feet. Are you that close? You're within 60 feet of this thing at this point? Like, I was kind of having you over the hill.
It was more just in immediate vicinity, and it goes until it's an action.
Okay. So you're picking up on it.
Yeah.
It feels necrotic
around
there.
So what's up?
All right. I let the party know that there's foul evil afoot here, and we must tread lightly.
Kind of
You
evil.
can smell it. Come on now.
I can't smell anything. I got a cold or something. I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
can't smell that?
Smell what?
It
smells like shit.
It feels of death.
Death? That's cool. That's good.
Why don't you take the lead then?
All right, no problem. I got you.
All right, so where are you going?
I guess let's head towards the tent.
All right, so as you do that, you hear him. And a bunch of zombies shamble out of the tower. So everybody, roll.
Initiative.
All right, and let me hold on a second. Hold on. I'm not ready. Okay, let me roll for these guys. Zombies get -2 initiative. All right, so who's got over 15?
I do.
Me.
What do you two have?
20.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a total of 20.
16.
Okay, 20, 20, 16. Corey, Pete, Jeff, What do you got there, Horns?
7.
7. Okay, so zombies go before you. The zombies failed their stealth check, so they do not surprise you.
Really?
Plus-
If I got surprised by that many zombies, I'd be...
All right. So you guys can see it?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. So, Corey. Oh, let me get Milby out of there. Hold on.
Well, let me yell at these dogs.
All right. You're up.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna shoot that yellow guy with my longbow.
All right.
Oh wait, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark first.
Okay, is that your turn then?
No,
You get 2 actions?
it's a bonus action.
Nice. Okay.
You
So
have to cast it on a specific one, right? At first.
So I'm gonna mark the yellow guy, and then once he's dead, I can mark someone else as a bonus action.
Gotcha. All right.
All right.
So their AC is 8.
8.
Yep, they're slow and stupid.
Oh, I'm a guaranteed hit.
Is it?
Yeah. 13.
All right.
So, 1d8 plus 4. So, 9.
Okay, and then you're adding the...
And then I add 1d6. 5, so 14.
All right, so he's a zombie, right? You hit him, but he's still just shambling on.
All right. And
Were you going to move?
yeah. I move back behind this tree.
All right. Cool. Pete?
So
I couldn't hear you. You broke up there.
trying to not be that Russian fool, so I'm going to position myself here
Okay.
between the magic caster and anybody coming to try and give him a chance.
All right.
And just ready myself with my staff and watching them come second.
Okay. So that's your turn?
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. This
Shot
isn't the Chiron, I know. All right.
Trying my best.
All right.
If somebody
Rogar?
was laying up there needing help,
Then you're ready to go? Okay, all right.
I am going to position myself here, and I'm going to use my breath weapon
Nice.
to take out the 4 ranks
Straight up.
of zombies just straight up.
Okay.
So it's a DC saving throw, 8 plus my Constitution plus my proficiency. So it's going to be 8 plus 1 plus 2, so 11.
So they all have to beat 11?
Yeah, I have to beat 11.
Constitution or?
Yeah. They have to
didn't
beat
hear you
that.
if you answered that.
They do have to beat that saving throw.
Constitution or what?
It's a saving throw against. It's against lightning attack. So.
Usually if it's a saving throw, it's like a strength saving throw, it's a dex saving throw.
It says it's against the type.
What page is it? Let me see it.
Because it says.
Okay.
Is it you doing like a ranged weapon?
Yeah, it's a breath weapon.
Yeah, so that's not a saving throw for these guys. That's you doing it to see if it's like a ranged attack, right?
Your spell mod.
It says what it really verbatim. As soon as I look up Dragonborn in the book, Druid Fighter. Oh. No. It is on page 34.
What is it? Breath weapon?
Yeah, breath weapon. Yep.
The type of which is determined by your draconic ancestry. The DC is +8 plus your constitution. Okay, I guess I don't get it. Like, what do you, I'm just trying to beat whatever 8 plus, I'm just trying to
It
beat
has
11?
to be at 11, yeah.
Okay,
Straight up.
for each
roll.
one of them?
Yes.
All right, so yellow does 16. The next guy up does not. He got a 6. Critical miss for Pinky. And a 13 does. So the top and the bottom save, and the middle two do not.
So the ones that failed to save take 8 damage, and the ones that made the save take 4 damage.
4. All right, so 1, 4 to the blue.
Really
And then
sorry, I'll
8
be right back.
orange red. Okay.
And then
Hold on 1 second. Okay. And then what?
as a bonus action, I cast Shield of Faith on Horns, and that grants him +2 bonus to his AC. It is a 10-minute long spell. It requires concentration.
Okay. Horns, you keep track of that?
Alright. Was it
All right.
+2 said?
+2 to AC.
Okay, for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. You going to move at all then? So those zombies, you hit them all with lightning, and they're
Yeah.
still like,
Okay.
hard to tell how much damage zombies are taking because they're already dead.
They're pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one in the front's taking 18 damage now.
Yes, he
I'm
has.
going to move just up a little bit, just to sort of try and channel him as much as I
Alright.
can between that well and that hut.
Okay. All right, and then it's the zombies' turn. So, let me go in order here. Yellow goes first. He's going to come up in your face there. And what is he going to do? So he's got a slam attack.
Okay.
+3 to hit. Your AC is
18.
18. Critical miss. So he slams on his face, and I'll even give him. He's prone right now, so that's him. Orange red is next. So these guys' speed is 20. Of course, they suck. So and they're dumb. So he just goes and just walks up in the space there, and he can't really hurt you guys. Purple red is like 1, 5, 10, 15. 20. He goes over there. Pink red goes 5, 10, 15. All right, and then he tries to take a swing at Chiron there. 13 plus 3, 16. Chiron's AC is a 15, so that's a hit. And it's 1d6 plus 1 bludgeoning. So that's going to be 4, 5. So Chiron just took 5 damage. I guess we'll let him know when he comes back, and if he's got some kind of reaction he wants to take against it, we'll let him. So that's him. Orange is next. He just goes here. Purple is next. He goes there. Then Pinky is up. He goes there.
That wasn't Pinky.
Who was it? Who did I just move? Purple? Oh,
Blue.
this guy.
Red.
My bad. Alright. Now it's Blue Red's turn. He goes, he comes out of the door and kind of wanders over here. Green Red. He comes over here. Makes it to 5, 10, 15, 20. Alright, and then Red is up. He goes, right there. Blue. And then green. Alright, and then Josh is up.
All right. I yell out, "Coast, are you in there?" And then I attack this zombie in front of me.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
The one right next to you? To the right? Alright.
I'm gonna add cast. Hold on. Getting all laggy on here for some reason. I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast, actually.
Alright.
It's a 10.
Their to hit's a 8.
8, so okay, I forgot what it was.
Yep.
Alright. And it's 7.
7 damage, okay. Okay, cool. So he's looking at you. That stunned him for a minute, and then he's right back up in his face. So that's the end of round 1. To start round 2. Hold on here. If I can ever get to this dude, hold on. Okay. Maybe. Can you guys see the dude that I just popped on the map?
Yeah.
All right. So. All right. A stout, red-robed figure with shallow skin, a shaved scalp, and a black tattoo on his forehead sticks his head out of the tent and says, "What is the meaning of this?" All of you do a DC 10 Arcana check
Okay.
Okay.
and a DC 10 History check.
I got a 1 for Arcana.
Is it a 10 or a 20 we roll?
You roll a 20.
Yeah.
You got to beat 10 on both of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 19 for history, though.
Okay.
And
Sorry about that.
It's cool. You lost 5 hit points.
Okay.
Anybody get the Arcana one yet?
Hold on.
no, I failed that one.
I got it.
You got it. Okay.
Yes.
So, Old Horrence recognizes
What about
there's a
Pete?
tattoo.
He doesn't know what to do.
He gone. There's a
Oh.
tattoo on this dude's forehead that you recognize as a necromantic symbol. Stallionette, you can tell from his garb that it's usual. It's the usual garb for Thay, which is a land far to the east where wizards they pattern their flesh with tattoos.
The Wizards of Thay. Yeah.
You know that the tattoo on his head would represent his school of magic, but you don't know what that school is. However, Horrence can see that it's a necromancy symbol on his forehead there. And so he sticks his head out, goes, "What is the meaning of this?" And he looks over and says, "Horrence? Is that you?"
Yes. What are you doing up here?
So, and as he says that, all the zombies freeze, and like their arms go down to their side. "Horrence, what brings you here?"
Nothing. We heard tale of some undead, and I thought that sounded like my buddy Coast, and I'd go pay him.
Who are these others?
Oh, these are just some buddies of mine I've been traveling with of late.
I need to speak with you in private.
Okay.
Come into my tent.
Sounds good. I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
All right, so as he agrees to that, and you guys say all right, the zombies kind of shuffle back into the tower through that door. They're all like slowly like back into their spot there before. So in the tent there, let me find this here. So the tent contains a comfortable traveling suite, including a cot, a chair, and a writing desk. He's got supplies and a chest there as well, probably full of clothes or whatever, sitting in there as you go in with him. And he's like, "Horrence, how are you?"
I'm well, and yourself?
I'm fine. It's rather strange seeing you here. I must say though that I'm glad to make your acquaintance again.
Yes. I've been looking for you. I've been wanting your necromantic services.
So it's strange that when last we met, you stole from me.
I did not steal from you. You gave me those coins willingly.
This is not how I remember things. It was a shame, as I remember, because we all knew that you possessed a lot of talent, raw talent, that I was actually, considering taking you on an apprenticeship at the time. Until you stole from me and then disappeared the next morning into who knows where.
Coin, I'm sure, we could come, some arrangements. But you gave me those coins of your own free will. But you gave me them for, it may not have been a rock and not, a charmed piece of relic.
Well, like I say, you had the talent, but I didn't know if, judging by your demeanor, I didn't quite deem you ready at the time. I'd be interested to see if you're ready now to take on an apprenticeship.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Most certainly readily.
I'm going to need you to prove it, of course.
What do you need?
I can't just take your word from it. Your actions have proved you unworthy. You need to prove yourself worthy. I present you with 2 tasks.
Okay.
The first task is, whether you have heard or not, there are bands of orcs in this countryside. They're overrunning things, and they're coming from Waven Tor right now. Yeah. If I need these orcs removed, they have scouted out my camp here, and I'm sure that they're inclined to cause trouble.
Okay, got it. Orcs.
Dealt with. The second task.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of the Banshee Agatha?
Of course.
Agatha, if you can deem her good side, if you can get into a conversation with her, she will answer one question for you.
Yes.
She knows all. She sees all. I need to know what the name of the wizard who built this tower is.
Okay.
I myself am not going over to that Banshee's dwelling, but if you can get that question answered for me, and rid this area of those damn orcs, I will take you on as an apprentice.
All I gotta do is get in her good graces. That shouldn't be too tough.
So be it. Good to see you again. We'll see if you can prove yourself. You talk big. I hope you can prove your actions behind it.
All right.
All right. Pleasure to meet you again.
John, though. So I guess I'll just go see what's up with my party.
All right. Good to see you again.
Word.
All right, so then Lawrence comes out of the tent alone. Kosk does not follow him out. He
I look
stays in.
visibly shaken.
Who's that, Horns?
What was that?
Oh my God, we got to get out of here real quick, guys. It's not good. I bargained with him. He's gonna kill us if we don't get out of here real quick. Like we should probably go real quick. Like he's gonna let the zombies go. Like we should just go. So we talked to him to let us.
Your friend going in. Why is he up?
Yeah. Well, I kind of stole from him beforehand, and yeah. So probably leave. I didn't know if he remembered how it went down or not. You know, sometimes when you buy relics from people, they may just be pieces of rock. But you take those risks, and we should go.
We haven't taken care of these zombies yet.
No, it's cool. They're not going to bother us unless we just hang out.
But it's a problem for the townspeople.
No, they're not. He's cool. He's good people.
Is he leaving? We said we'd take care of these
He's
zombies.
going to kill us if we don't leave real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
But we don't need it. We take care of the zombies for.
And the people need this well. We came here to help them out. Now we're just saying we just take off. Is he really powerful or something? Who is that guy?
Yeah, like he's a really powerful necromancer. You really don't want to fuck with him. Like, see all those zombies? Like, yeah. That's nothing for him.
All right.
All right. Well, meanwhile, while Horns was in there, I lay on hands on Chiron and healed him 5 hit points.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But I definitely think that we should go deal with those orcs soon, maybe?
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking, you know? I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I don't think we're quite ready for the orcs.
I don't know.
This whole interaction sounds kind of
Fishy.
Well, yeah.
You
We're dealing with
seem-
necromancers. They're very bizarre people.
I don't. Is he? Why isn't he coming out? It just seems fishy here, Horns.
You're right. It is fishy here. I robbed this guy many years ago, and he's agreed to let us go. It is very fishy. We should probably leave before he changes his mind.
Something's not right.
You want me to do it back to town?
I still want to know why he was friendly going in, angry going out. Like, if you stole from him years ago, wouldn't he be pissed when he first saw you?
Well, yes, that's what I thought as well. You know, that's why, you know, I went in, maybe he forgot about it and just remembered, like, I remember this guy. I don't remember where I know this guy from. We were kind of drunk. Like, thought maybe he forgot. It happens. You don't go out drinking and just be like, hey, that guy.
I don't, actually.
He's a monk.
Right.
So, you know, when you go meditating with, you know, people, you're like, did I see that guy on the ethereal plane or not? Anyway.
I'm gonna go in the tent.
Sure you want to do that?
I mean, go for it. I warned you. I'm going to just, like, go either chill with Agatha or with these orcs. I don't know what else to tell you.
I feel like you're lying to us, and I go in the tent.
Okay, I probably lied to you.
Is anybody else going?
I tried to stop him, but not
Well, I'm not
too.
a guide, so
Try to stop her.
Yeah.
I slip
Alright,
out
so-
of his hands.
I don't see what going in the tent is helping anybody else. I'm still worried about these missing people.
What missing people?
The missing husband and wife.
Yeah, that's where we're gonna go deal with the orcs. I agree with you. We should go deal with these orcs.
The husband and wife are. Does the Red Brand took them in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah.
Let's make sure we're not mixing up
Cross
stories.
pollinate.
And then the other one was a missing miner for the orcs.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Miners with
I'm
the
just talking
orcs.
about all
Yeah.
these missing people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Corey,
peek my
do you
head
care?
in and I say hello.
Yes. He looks over at you. He's sitting at his desk looking over scrolls and stuff. May I help you?
Yeah. You cool with me?
Come in.
Cool.
Whoa. So do you intend to kill us?
Why would I kill you?
Horns just said that you were after us and you had a bad deal with him and you want to chase us out of here and it seemed
Horns-
kind of weird.
Horns and myself have our own dealings. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Nope, just checking. Thought there was a fishy story. Thanks, that's all I needed to know.
All right, then. If I may help you in any way, please let me know.
So I come out and I say, Horns, you're full of shit. He said, you guys have a deal, and he's not trying to come after us.
Yes, that was
What's
our-
going on here?
I struck a deal with him. He won't kill us. We should probably go.
What's the deal, though? What did you agree to?
It's between,
We're traveling together. I'd like to know.
between me and Coast. It's nothing we weren't going to do anyway. He wants the orcs gone, so we'll get rid of the orcs. That's cool. That's it.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I know I can't trust you now. But
Oh, that's cool.
that's cool.
I bid you no ill will, my friend.
and I say, watch out for this guy, everybody. He's full of shit.
Wow, Stallionette. Getting
I
up in
know.
people's faces.
Getting all up in their grill.
What do you guys think?
Well, we just keep
All this arguing isn't helping the people that we need to.
no, and all we do is we go out and we go look around, and then we go back to town, and then we come back out and we go out and we go back to town.
Well, let's
Right, but I'm saying, what do you think about this guy? And Horns,
we'll
we
keep an
agreed
eye
to
on
get
him.
rid these undead out of here. I'd like to know if your deal is with him leaving or
At this
we're
point,
trying to help out these townspeople here.
beyond my initial curiosity of the whole oddness of the friendly, not friendly, at this point, he hasn't hurt us. He's helped us in the previous battles. Whatever his dealings with are going on outside of this, I really don't care.
All right.
you know, we're still, we're all in this for the same reasons. We want to get rid of some orcs and some red brands.
And these zombies.
And these
then-
zombies.
Problem, trust me. Nobody's gonna mess with these zombies, and they won't mess with anybody else. Coast is cool.
Well,
I
then,
mean, they attacked us as we walked
Yeah.
in. I feel like they'll do
And-
that to
and
other
it's not-
villagers.
We were gonna attack him. Come on. Are you kidding me? We ran in here. We were gonna attack this dude.
we weren't going to attack
We didn't
anybody.
even know there was a guy here.
Yeah, we were checking it out.
Whatever, if you guys want to go, we can go.
That's what I said. We should probably go.
Well, what are you feeling, Horns?
Well, I wouldn't mind, taking care of those orcs. But I guess we gotta wait for Milby, because,
Because your DM sucks. Can't take care of the orcs tonight.
the numbers. But I guess, we could. Do the people that get kidnapped by the Red Brands, are they in the manor?
Look, I want to get to
They
this
just disappeared that
wizard.
night before.
Should we go investigate where they disappeared from? Or I'm talking to the group, not the DM.
That, or we check out this Red Brand hideout. I mean, if the wizard's in there, he has the staff. That's what we need to get to Agatha again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the more immediate need is to investigate where these missing people are.
Yeah.
They may be in that manor, for all we know.
I think the Red Brand's right there.
I was hoping.
So we want to take on the Red Brands because they have the people. The wizard also leads them.
Yeah.
Got these
So we're saying, let's get them.
Well, you
Back to town.
mentioned you mentioned Agatha too.
Yeah.
Why all of a sudden interested going back to the Banshee? You didn't seem too
Well, maybe
concerned when we were there the other day.
Well, because we didn't know that the wizard was working with the Red Brands, and maybe she's got some information about that.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Well, we need to talk to
That
Milby
map.
about what. To see
Yeah.
if there's any more information out of his conversation.
So you said we should go back to town.
Not
guess.
necessarily.
Were those people taken from town, or were they taken from outskirts of town?
They're taking the night from their house, I thought.
Yeah, so the dude he was the woodworker, the local woodworker for town. What you heard from Tolman's wife is that he was murdered, and then that night, the rest of his family disappeared.
They think it's the Red Brands.
She heard. She didn't see it with her own eyes, but she heard that the Red Brands murdered him in broad daylight. That was like the biggest thing that they had done since kind of taking over town.
So we don't know if they disappeared because they were scared or they were kidnapped. They just disappeared.
Yeah.
So
Next day they were gone.
Yes.
So the Red Brands have these people. They also have the wizard whose staff we need. And they also have that guy that, what's his name, Sildar is looking for. So it sounds like that's what we should do.
Go to the Red Brands?
Well, no, we should go investigate. Because we don't know. They could have ran off to hide. We don't know if the Red Brands took them. We're making an assumption.
So we need to go back to that tunnel that Carp showed us, is what you're saying.
So
I think
with
Josh
that-
is saying go to the woodworker's house, right?
All right. Okay.
Investigate that first.
check that before we go.
All right.
to them.
I'm
Sure.
down with that.
All right.
Back to town.
So another walk on the Trivor Trail. Let's see.
Yeah.
Nothing. Great, nice evening. You guys taking a stroll, maybe a couple of mosquitoes along the way, and then as you're coming back into town, Darren Eldermath is he's sitting kind of at that corner that goes back towards his orchard, and he's like, "Adventurers,
Darn. Fancy meeting you here.
how was your day?"
Great. And you?
My day was well. Did you have any news for me yet?
Yeah, those zombies shouldn't be a problem anymore.
Zombies
Undead, you mentioned.
at the well?
Yeah.
It's been taken care of? What was
Yeah.
happening out
It
there?
has not been
It's just
taken
a
care of. It's still full of zombies.
No, it's
What's
a
this?
misunderstanding. It's just a misunderstanding.
Our partner here is keeping some secret from us. We recently met him. Don't know him that well.
Your partner? Torrance?
Yes, Hornets. Don't know him very well. He's lying about something. That place is still full of zombies. Don't go there yet. We have not taken care of that.
Zombies. So you ran from the zombies?
No, they ran from us.
No, they didn't.
No, they're
Acquaintance
I'm very
of Horns.
confused.
An acquaintance of Horns seems to be controlling the zombies. That's out
there's
there.
a necromancer there
Yeah.
in a tent.
Necromancer. Cost?
Yeah.
Are you speaking of Cost?
Yes.
Cost, yes.
I knew Cost was still around.
You know Cost?
That old wizard.
Like I said, harmless.
Cost is the one at the Old Owl Well?
Yeah.
Yes.
I should have known. Thank you. Thank you for the information.
How do you know
Adventurers.
Costs?
Me and Cost have history.
You don't sound like you have too much problem with them. Are you cool with it?
Yeah, there's not much that I consider a threat.
So,
Let's put it that way.
So
All
we're
right.
good.
It was
so we're
fun.
good with taking care. You still need us to take care of the zombies, or if you is that all you
I
needed
will
to
take
know?
it from here.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
take it from here. Yep, I appreciate that. Just knowing what was happening out there definitely gives me peace of mind. These when you know your random miner walks up to a group of zombies, he doesn't stand around to investigate.
That's for sure.
So that's let's see here. Edermath Orchard. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Divide 200 XP equally. So 40 for each of y'all. And then 1 second
50,
here.
right?
40.
What's that? Milby gets some too.
Oh, he did a lot.
Doesn't matter. He was there in you know, spirit, exactly. So Duran looks over at Chiron and says, it's Chiron, correct?
Yes, it is.
Do you have a moment to come with me?
Sure.
Okay, please step this way, and kind of starts walking down the road towards his house. You're gonna come with him?
Okay.
You want to make arrangements with the team or anything, or?
No.
All right, gotcha. So, he kind of Edermath looks over and is like, Chiron, I believe it seems like we've just met, but I feel like I can tell what type of person you are already. You know, it seems as though that you would truly be there for anyone who needed help.
That's definitely my job in life.
Have you heard of the Order of the Gauntlet?
I had heard something about that coming up previously, yes.
So, I'm a member of the Order of the Gauntlet, have been my entire life. I think the most noble of all adventurers kind of find the Order of the Gauntlet to be a path that suits them well, and you seem like you have noble intentions.
Absolutely.
The Order, we speak with those, we hold above all else honor and vigilance as, you know, key aspects to what we do. And as an organization, we try to cover the land with as many agents as possible to help humanity and orc kind and everyone towards that end. Would you be at all interested in joining our cause?
Absolutely. If you're about helping people, that's what I'm here.
All right then. What's your full name there, Chiron?
Sorry. What was it? Okay, pause game, because
I might have it too.
I'll do that.
Like a share, just one name.
No, I just have Chiron.
Ooh, bag of chips.
I don't have a last name. Do I need one?
No, I just know he has one. I just wanted to make it proper.
Okay.
Derby girls.
Stallionette Derby girl.
I'll just cut this out.
All right. We don't need it anyways. It's okay. Let's just assume Chiron
I'm
Moonwrecker.
Yeah, I gotta get caught up on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. It's no
I'll get
problem.
rid of that. We'll put that.
Are we good, Jeff?
What?
I can't hear Jeff. Can you guys?
Trev?
What?
Are we good?
Yeah, I didn't stop
Recording?
I'll
Okay.
just-
All right. So, Chiron Moonwrecker, I hereby bestow you a member of the Order of the Gauntlet with the title of Cheval. And he
Oh, thank you.
pats you on the back and does this thing and then says, "It's a pleasure to have you in the organization. Stand by. We have agents all throughout the land. I will let the hierarchy know that you are a new member, and we will be in contact at a point here soon."
Well, I appreciate that.
All right.
And then, just so I'm on the same page as far as secrecy level around this, I'm not a big secret person, but
We are not a secret organization
I
either.
just want to make sure.
No, we definitely are not. It's like I say, honor and virtue are our key values, not secrecy or deceitfulness. Yeah, absolutely. You could let others know that you're a member of the order. You could, spread our ways in whatever way, you see best. I trust you already.
Appreciate that.
Yep. Okay. That's that. So he walks back off to the orchard.
Okay.
Okay.
The rest of y'all, what were you doing during that time? Just hanging out in the corner while
Yeah,
they walked
just
away from you?
Chilling.
Eating ice cream? Okay, cool. So to the woodworker's house?
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys walk there past the townsmaster's hall. It's at this point pretty late in the day. I would say probably 8, 9 o'clock or so. Actually,
we just had to talk about.
No, now that I think about it, so a walk out to Old Owl Well and back, last time it was almost like 10 p.m. when you guys came back and were kind of ran up against the Red Brands. So probably similar now as well. So you're still welcome to go to the woodworker's house, or you could rest for the night as well. I think only Pete lost 5 HP. Everybody else should
Not
be
anymore.
dead, huh?
Well,
You healed him.
I healed.
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
You already hit me up. Yeah.
Let's go check the house.
And if we run into the Red Brand, we can torture them for information.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So you walk through town. I'm going to do
yeah,
this.
Are we going to go back to the inn and have dinner? And wouldn't mind talking with them about what my conversation was about. So.
You guys want to do that?
Get
Or?
some dinner before we go.
To the woodworker's house? Okay.
All right, so the Stonehill Inn. You
Sure.
guys walk in. Tolbin's there. It's super busy once again. I'm gonna do this. All right, so you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. And what are you grabbing a table, going up to the bar?
Just wanted to grab a quick bite and talk about.
Yeah.
All right. So Tolbin's wife comes over. I can't remember her name, but she's very nice. And greetings, adventurers. Can I get you anything to eat this evening?
Some bread would be fine.
Just bread? Anyone else? We've got a great stew going on
I'll
tonight.
have some stew.
Have some stew. And some
And to
ale.
drink?
Okay.
Drinks?
That's some ale.
Stews around?
And ale.
And water.
Beer.
Water and 3 ales? All right, I'll be back. And then she walks back to the kitchen.
So, before we continue on, I just wanted to let you guys know about he and I talked about as far as asking you to join into the Order of the Gauntlet, which is a organization that promotes righteousness and integrity throughout the world, and that we're so I'll be working towards that as part of what we're doing here. So I wanted to have everybody on the same page as I am.
How do they do it?
Just by doing good deeds and helping people throughout the world.
That's cool.
That's cool. There's no stones involved or anything?
Stones.
Nothing. Never mind. I was thinking of something else.
Stonemasons?
All right.
Well,
So-
congratulations.
Congrats.
Quick bite and do you want to keep on going to looking at the guy's house tonight? That's cool, or
Yeah, best under cover of darkness, seeing as we're breaking and entering.
All right, so she gives you guys some dinner. She comes back at this time, passes the dinner around the table, heads back over to the kitchen. She's super busy, so she just kind of throws it on the table and runs back.
All right.
All right, cool.
I eat and
Eat
drink.
and drink. Finish it up.
All right, and then back out to the woodworker's place.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So you step out into the night. It's a beautiful night, summer night at this point. Okay, and as you step out, you do notice as you look down the street towards the woodworker's house, 3 cloaked bodies taken off down the street there towards the Alderleaf farm. You kind of see that, like, they are all sitting there watching the front door, and as soon as you guys come out, boom, they bolt back down there towards the farm.
could you tell what kind of race they were, height?
So one of them is like halfling gnome size, and the other 2 are like human or the rest of your size, and they all 3 of them are wearing cloaks. Too dark to see the color, but they jet down the street there.
They're like out of there. Like, should we chase them?
Unless somebody's telling me that they're bolting after them, then they're out of there.
I think we should.
Definitely too much ambivalence. They're
They're gone.
gone. So up to the woodworker's house.
Yeah.
Somebody got thieves' tools. Are we just trying the door? What's the plan here?
So my rule of thumb is just try the door.
Try the door. Try the window.
Door for me.
It's locked.
Try the back door.
All right. So as you walk around the back, do this. Haha, 3. So you notice as you walk around the back of that, if you guys look at the map there, there's like 2 little farmhouses, one smaller than the other, before the Alderleaf farm, and sitting there, you see there's 5 cloaked figures, 1 short one and 3 tall ones. And as they see you make the corner there, they kind of bolt again back towards start running towards the farm and kind of back towards the forest behind the farm there. And then, as you guys all see that they were loud and clumsy doing it. Checking the back door. Back door here's locked.
Maybe we should put on cloaks too, so
We need it.
I believe 3 of you took cloaks. I don't remember which 3.
I took a cloak.
I didn't.
I didn't.
Let's check windows.
It must have just been you and Milby then.
All
that
right.
took 'em at that last battle against the Red Brand. So checking the windows. You look in the windows and can definitely see, like, who's got night vision around here?
I have dark vision.
Okay,
Me
dark
too.
vision. Yeah, that's what I meant. So the 3 of you who have dark vision, looking in there, you can tell everything's been thrown around and everything.
They're looking for something.
Right.
Yeah.
Windows, they're
Okay.
locked though. For all intents and purposes, it's locked.
I'm thinking
You
we
already
should.
know that
So do you think that they found what they were looking for, or that they did it and that's why they took the family? We should go look to see if it's in the house.
I mean, if the man was, we already know the man was murdered.
Yes.
Yeah.
The family is missing. It's not. We're not breaking in to steal. I would say we really need to find out what happened here and get in there.
Maybe we should like.
So if somebody here with enough
I
strength
wrap.
could
I
work on
wrap-
the door.
I put the cloak on the window.
Should we like ask the town master in the morning if we can go in the house first before we just break in? Or?
That might be better. He's already pissed off that we murdered some people.
I still
do
say
that.
that I break the window.
I think that.
I was just trying to be urgent, but yeah, I see.
Did you already break the window, Horns? Or are you listening to
Like,
these guys?
stealthily with the cloak over it, like while they're talking, just kind of like break it.
All right, so window's open.
All right, guys, I found an open window over here.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Well, who's the smallest? Let's say, go in there, open the door for us.
Well, I would say Milby, but
Never a thief around when you need it.
yep.
I go back to the barn.
You're going to the alderleaf one?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a minute. Everybody else, you're just walking that direction?
I guess we'll
What?
follow Stallionette. I don't know why.
We'll go in.
Well, I'm just saying I'm going to bed. Not breaking into this house.
I mean, we're
Right, so
investigating.
Stallionette, you said that way you don't see anything out of the ordinary. What's everybody else doing?
I'm investigating.
All right. So are you in the house? You climbed in the window?
Yeah, and I opened the door in case
Okay.
anybody wants to join me.
Anybody else joining, helping in the investigating?
I guess I'll go in and investigate.
The door's open at this point.
Yeah.
All right. So do investigation check with advantage then.
Bitch. I
Uh,
rolled.
20
What was it?
21.
21. So you find in the course of going throughout the house, you do find, lots of things are smashed up. This was a wood carver and his family. They weren't rich to begin with. There's still food and things left in the house, kind of rotting and whatnot. You do find throughout the house probably 3 different strips of red fabric that were have been ripped and stuck on a nail or on the edge of a table or things like that.
All right. Well, I guess we know it's the Red Brands, but we don't know what they were looking for or where they took these people.
Yeah. And nothing else. I rolled a 16 for investigation.
Oh, since you were helping, he got advantage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. So that's all you find that collectively
Oh, okay.
as you're going around there.
All right. Anything else, guys, while we're here, or should we, I guess, attack the manor in the morning or at night? I don't know when the best time to storm a Red Brand stronghold is.
So the manor and this farm, those are 2 separate places, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
the manor on the east end of town, the manor's up on a hill looking over the town, but it's a ruin. It's like an old manor house that's been,
Right.
yeah, it's torn down and whatnot.
but if you
the
remember
farms,
correctly, that Carp showed us a tunnel that's near that farm that possibly goes underneath the manor.
yeah, correct. If you look at the map of the town, there's the woods right to the south of the manor. That's where the tunnel's where the woods hit the wall there, hit the hill.
By the way, how'd you send this map out?
It's on Discord.
Okay.
And it's in previous episodes of Labyrinth Life for season 3.
Well, okay, I'll find them out.
Yep, I'll get you. I'll refresh it. Will you guys decide what you're doing?
I guess we're going to go back to bed. I'm going to go to bed. Just
Does anybody have any input about those people that keep on disappearing when we're walking around?
I think that's the Red
Heading toward the
Brands.
farm.
I mean, you could ask at the bar. Right now, the streets are pretty much empty at this
Bars?
point.
Red Brands are into people, all race trafficking.
Right.
Then, I'm sure they just kidnap people and sell slavery. So,
Well, whatever that's going on with that, we definitely need to work on it. So
We will.
let's get some. All right, so I'd say we get some sleep and get back to it in the morning on that farm. I'd say we start with the farm personally.
I think so, yeah.
Farm.
We'll go investigate the tunnel at the
The
farm.
ones where all these.
yeah,
people
I
run
figured that's
to.
the secret entrance. To,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
I prefer to do it when we have a rogue, though. We can send him to check for traps and take
But do we
heat.
go at night or do we go during the day?
I say we go during the day. There you go, Pete.
I don't know if what's his name said there's no lodgings there. It might be better. I don't know. They seem pretty active at night.
Yeah.
So that's why they might
We go during the day.
So we should go there in a day.
Yeah.
Less activity, catch them by surprise.
Should we get some more cloaks so we can go in disguise? I'm all about that.
We should capture one and see if there's like a secret handshake or password. So if we're gonna do that,
So we should just wander around back and forth from the town till we run.
yeah, we'll just go out and come back.
All right. Go back to the inn to retire for the evening.
Yeah,
Hopes to get robbed on the way so we can capture Red Brand.
yeah, we can always pray for fate.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the inn for the rest of the
Back to the
three of you.
Yeah.
All right. As you go in the inn, you do notice as you go in the one door and you're walking towards the bar that there's two people in red cloaks that then dart out the door after you've gotten in the building. They kind of were skirting around the edge there.
I chase these dudes.
You gonna chase them out the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, give chase.
So do I guess do an athletics check,
Yeah, this isn't going to end well.
and I'll do one for them too.
I got a -1. They're so getting away. 15.
Okay, 1 second. Strength. 19. They gone.
There you go. All right.
on.
Better luck next time.
Yep.
Maybe one of y'all chase next time.
Yeah, I will.
Horns comes back into the bar like grumpy about it.
Drink, bartender.
Well, I assume some of you guys got to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'd be down to still going against Red Brands if you guys had time.
I don't.
You know, I got to work in the morning.
I got to work in the morning.
Next time it is then.
All right.
Maybe you guys could go after the orcs first too if you wanted to. Your
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
That one.
Something. Yes.
So yeah.
I would suggest yes, just so we can try and build up more before taking on this whole band.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, I really don't want to go to the stronghold. I think that seems like an end game kind
It
of
does.
situation there.
Well,
I feel like Craig Castle's
Yeah.
game.
Well, yeah.
yeah,
It
because
seems like of all these tasks, it seems like taking on the Red Brand is probably one of the harder ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of, just out of game and stuff. Like, they're all kind of tied together, right? You've seen
Yeah.
that. Now you got multiple questions to ask Agatha and all that other stuff. So it's like, I feel like that XP is gonna stack on top of each other as you do all this stuff together, right? Like once, because you gotta kind of complete the little side missions to get the XP from it. Everything else you get XP from would just be killing dudes, right?
Okay.
And so, yeah, they're all kind of tied together. So, but whatever. I won't go any further.
All right.
I feel like though you could, of all the different things, there's also the Dragon Place, the Red Brands. So that's Thunder Tree, the Transcendar Manor, Old Owlwell, Agatha, what else? Oh, Wyvern Tor. Like those are all like the first set of things that all kind of intermingle together. You know what I mean? That's all. They're all basically side quests. You know? But you're right to think definitely the Red Brand hideout is tougher than actually. If you would have fought all those zombies were beefy.
Yeah.
Those guys had.
that first one not going down after his fire or
Lightning bolt.
attack. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing is like you get XP. So like, you got 200 XP just for doing that and telling that guy that. Whereas like if you would have fought all those zombies and cost, that's like 800 XP, but you might have died.
Yeah.
We would have died.
Right? Yeah. And they're all kind of.
and short a party member.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. Exactly. So they're all kind of like that. I mean, it's the encounters and stuff. That's why I said at the beginning of the thing, like maybe don't just go try and kill everything. That might not be the best course of action here. Yeah.
Right.
Cool. Okay, guys. Happy Memorial Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.